you are a mother, a student, right, or all of the above, taking care of a household and doing so many things like most of the clients that I work with, and you feel like at the end of your day you're working full time, all of these things, and at the end of the day you don't have the capacity to be able to pour into yourself. Hey guys, it's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. Say it with me. Done is better than perfect. Master one thing at a time. Practice makes better. And this has to work. Let's get hello. What is going on, awesome party peeps? It's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First, and today's topic is no one knows it all. Okay, what's going on IG? I see you on as well. If you're watching this on the Jump First Academy YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, bell notification, and the like button so we can get this message out to as many people as possible. And you know when I'm live, hitting things over here, and you know when I'm live so that you don't miss these messages. Okay, we talk all things premium courses, online, face-to-face, how to package your knowledge, your wisdom, all of the things that you have gained from your life experiences into the format of courses and luxury mentorship and coaching programs. So if that interests you, again, hit the subscribe button, like button, bell notification, and send this to somebody else who could use some inspiration today or who's interested in creating their courses. Now let's dive into this topic today. I'm going to talk about it from both sides, okay? And of course, I'm going to apply it to your online courses or face-to-face courses. Let's talk about no one knows it all. There are so many people in this world who sometimes think that they know it all. Okay, I remember one of the pieces of advices that I got from one of my mentors was, when you go into mentorship, when you go into coaching programs, you need to be like a sponge. You need to pretend you don't know anything. All right, that's how you get the most out of your coaching programs, out of your mentorship programs, out of your courses, because you can literally start to learn and glean from the words that are spoken as well as the words that are not spoken. Okay, coming from your mentors, your coaches, all of those things, but you need to go into it pretending not to know anything. And I love that mentality and attitude. Okay, it's like one of those things, like I wait for my mentors to ask me questions. Wait for my coaches to ask me questions. Okay, testing my knowledge before I will say anything, because I want to make sure, like, I look up to them. I invested in their programs for a reason. I want to get the most out of it. Okay, and so the reason I'm bringing this is because I've been on both sides of feeling like the person who needs help, not necessarily going into a situation as a know-it-all. I've always been a learner, and I always say, pro tip for your courses, teaching is reciprocal. So you, as you're teaching, you're also learning, and vice versa. Okay, the learner becomes the teacher, and so on and so forth. And it's like this cyclical process that never ever ends. As long as you are in the land of the living, as my grandmother used to say, you will forever be learning. And so I've been on both sides, like needing some help and not necessarily being a know-it-all, but also feeling burnt out by asking for help or receiving help. And if you're a high performer, high achiever, chances are you felt this way too, or been in this space and had this experience where you feel burnt out by the people who claim to be helping but aren't actually helping, right? Like there are some people, maybe over your lifetime, maybe not in this particular season of your life, but at some point in life, we all go through these seasons where we're around some people who are takers more than they are givers, right? And what I mean by that is people who claim to help or want to help, but in all actuality are draining your energy, draining your resources, not just necessarily physical resources, but intangible resources as well, your mental capacity, your emotional capacity, all of these things, that the resources you need to be able to go in the direction of your own goals. And maybe you are a mother, a student, right, or all of the above, taking care of a household and doing so many things like most of the clients that I work with, and you feel like at the end of your day you're working full time, all of these things, and at the end of the day you don't have the capacity to be able to pour into yourself, right, to achieve your goals or go after the things that you really want to go after. And these are the times, like, you want to ask for help, right, but you've been so used to being in go mode, or you're so used to being the one that everyone relies on, right? And so it's hard sometimes to ask for help. A lot of times those are the people that need the most help, that are screaming for help. And it goes a long way for somebody to just ask, like, hey, how can I help you, right? And I found that like the most sensitive people from in my own experience, what's going on, Chloe? It's good to see you on. I'm glad that this message is hitting home. In my experience, like the most sensitive people that have been closest to me, family members and friends, they have been the most sensitive, but they have been the strongest. Like they have been the ones that are go-getters. They have been the ones that put everything on their back, right? Or pretend and put on this strong face that they've got it all handled. But then when it comes down to it, asking them like, hey, you need some help? Like I've been through this process before. I know how I can help you, right? Can I help you? Asking that question, you'll find like the walls come down almost instantly. It's like this vulnerable moment, like, yes, actually, please, yes, help me. And so that's the other side of help. Like I said, I've been on both sides where we're afraid to ask for help because I've been burned so many times. But also on this other side of sometimes inserting myself and automatically helping just because I love to serve. Okay. I grew up in church, nonprofits, all those things. And so if you're a high performer, high achiever like me, then you kind of get what I'm saying. Sparrow says, yes, I agree with what you're saying. I appreciate that. I'm glad this is hitting home. The other side of this is asserting yourself to help, right? So if you're taking care of all the responsibilities, like you are that person, like you assert yourself, you jump in even before people ask you to help. Okay, you're jumping in and you're handling the things because you're just used to doing that. And so I have been in this season as of late for the past few years where I start asking people if they want my help before I assert myself. Because sometimes, like, here's the flip side of that. As a high performer, high achiever, sometimes it brings so much satisfaction for us to accomplish a thing or achieve a thing on our own. And not necessarily like go the whole way on our own, right? But just knowing that we put the work in to get the result, it feels really good to celebrate that. And so just being mindful, like there's a delicate balance between having no help, okay, at all, and asserting your help and asking somebody if they actually need your help. And so I just wanted to bring that today. Like, no one knows it all. No one has it all together. Like, you are not irregular. You're not weird. Okay. No one's perfect. If you're feeling like that right now, like, how am I balancing all these things? My mom used to say all the time, like, I only have two hands. I'm not a robot. Like, I'm not a robot, because we leaned on her for so many things and her strength, right? And seeing that today, that's where I kind of get some of that from. A lot of that from is just putting things on my back and really having to have the know-how and reduce the ego to ask for help, but also just to accept help when it comes, okay? So I need to put that here. No one knows it all. So your wisdom, you teaching from your experiences. I said I was going to relate this to courses. You teaching from your experiences is not you being arrogant. It's not you being pushy. It's actually helping and serving somebody else for you to share your life experiences, for you to share the things that you know, for you to share your wisdom. And it's also a way, especially if you're that person who is always helping somebody else, who's always putting the burdens and all of the struggles on your back, who's always solving the problems, all of those things. If you are that person for everyone else around you, imagine how much you can help somebody else by simply packaging your story into the format of a course and sharing it with people globally. If you're already helping the people around you, friends, family, okay, co-workers, all these people around you, imagine how much more your message can help people globally. And that's why I go so hard for courses. So I just need to put this here as some encouragement, okay, that you are not weird. All right, if you're going through it, if you are pretending to save face, if you are pretending to know it all because you feel like you just have to be strong, please know, like, nobody knows it all. Nobody has it all together. It's okay to ask for help. It is okay to continue to help others, but also, like, take some time for yourself. Celebrate your wins along the way as well. I find that very beneficial for myself, okay? And also start asking people, if you're on the flip side of this, start asking people who look like they have it all together or who come off as know-it-alls how you can help. Okay, those are the people I feel like the most sensitive. The people who are screaming loudest for help are usually people who feel like or look like they have it all together. Okay, they need some help with this. I know there's a meme like going around, or it was going around, like, check on your strong friends. Okay, check on them. All right, they need some help too. If you're interested in packaging your story, your wisdom, your knowledge, your life experiences into the format of courses, You can get started for free at jumpfirstacademy.org. There you're going to see a free training. It takes 30 minutes or less to go through. You'll see free resources to help you implement what it is that you learn, as well as paid resources. It's up to you to choose your journey, but you can get started at jumpfirstacademy.org. I love y'all so much. I hope this is helpful and inspires you and encourages you forward. Send it to somebody else who needs a little bit of encouragement today, and keep moving forward, okay? Keep believing in you because I believe in you, and I'll catch y'all back here tomorrow. Bye, y'all.